Love you all.
Love you all.
Atmanji. Love you so much.
Love you.
So
So
shall
great.
we now go ahead with the questions?
Yes, Bhagavan.
Yes.
Okay, hello. Thank you so much for being with us. It's a day of celebration for us.
Thank you.
The first question. Since Deeksha came into our life, our ability to see clearly what is happening around us and inside us is growing rapidly. And what we see is not always very pleasant. On the other hand, the ability to accept and embrace it doesn't grow that fast, and it causes us a great deal of suffering. Why is that, and what to do?
In this inward journey, only up to a point you must use effort. After a point, there should be no effort at all. It should be automatic. In case there is pain and there is suffering, it means you are putting an effort to see what is there. And if effort is involved, that is not real seeing. So that's why I give the example of somebody bringing in a torch because there's a snake in that room. The bringing in the torch is the effort, the teaching. The switching on of the torch is again effort, that is the blessing. Once that is done, the light comes out, and then you see it is not a snake but a rope, and the fear is instantly gone. It does not take time, it does not take energy, it does not take effort. So bringing the torch and pressing the button is the effort part. Thereafter it has to be effortless. So initially you sit down in a comfortable place, you make yourself physically comfortable, watch your breath, take deep breaths going to the abdomen, slow it down, and then you begin to watch with body sensations, and finally you move on to the mind. Up to that point, some effort is involved. Thereafter, it should happen on its own. Now that is the time when we call it contemplation. Then after a point, it begins to give you joy. The very seeing gives you joy. That is meditation. It is not that you meditate, but meditation starts happening. So you must know when to let go. The problem is you continue to put in effort, in which case it becomes very painful. In fact, it becomes an exercise in suffering. Now, if any spiritual activity is going to give you pain or suffering, please know that something is going wrong. It has to be joyful, it has to be painless, and it should be automatic. So, the mind would soon realize that there is great advantage in this journey, that it is very enjoyable and very profitable. Then it lets go. It must learn that. And normally it takes about 21 days to unlearn its old habits of putting in effort and trying to judge and condemn and to evaluate. So in the forthcoming Skypes, I will guide you step by step, and it should become quite easy. I think you people have done some work already and may be ripe for that. I don't see it's going to as some great difficult path for you. I have a feeling, especially with this group, as I'm looking at you, I have a feeling you are very near the takeoff point. So I will help you with it, don't worry. So that's the answer for the first question.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
The second question.
So we take the second. The second question. During our lifetime, some of us enters and are stuck deeply into existential crisis with a feeling of deep separation to the divine. Can you please help us about what to do during those situations?
What to do is the wrong question. There is nothing to do. If only you will keep quiet, everything else will just happen. The problem is you keep trying to do something. In the external world, you must do things. To get your tap ready, to give your electrical connections, it is very necessary. But in the inner world, the problem is you continue with the same kind of effort. In the inner world, you must give up effort. It must become effortless, automatic. So, when existential sorrow strikes you, it's like a huge tiger coming at you. Instead of trying to defend yourself from the tiger or escaping the tiger, we recommend that you jump into the mouth of the tiger and die. All that is required in the inner world is death. You die to the past. You die to the future. When you die to the past and to the future, then obviously stay in the present and all is over. Actually, in the inner world, we can move very, very fast if you stop doing anything. The problem is you're all the time doing things. That does not work in the inner world. So all that we are trying to tell you is, please give up. Maybe some changes are required in the brain, that the blessing would take care, the deeksha would take care of that. So here also your questions are so profound that I feel it's going to happen soon. It's a very strange group. I don't think I've seen a group like this. I think you're very amazing. Yes. The next question. Of course, one thing, doing nothing should not mean indifference. Some time ago, one of our dasas was speaking to a very big Buddhist teacher, and he said, you guys seem to be bringing about a transformation in people. People have been coming and telling me, but how come? 30 years I've been doing this. And then the monk said, sir, if we might point out, you're not able to connect to the people. He said, what do you mean? 30 years I've been practicing Zen, and I'm a very detached person. And then the monk told him, look, you are not detached, you are indifferent. Detachment happens, whereas you're practicing indifference. So there was this confusion, So similarly here, doing nothing does not mean indifference. Being very, very alive to what is going on inside. I think that slight change, if you do, I think you're going to race off. Now we move on to the third question.
Thank you.
Beloved Bhagavan, through some strong past life experience I've had, I came in touch with ancient pain and a very deep split between the male and the female. The loss of organic unity between the masculine and the feminine. How is it possible to heal this separation between the female and the masculine? And could you give a strong blessing for resolving?
That is the pain which every human carries within himself. The only thing is you seem to have become intensely aware of it. Now, in India, for example, we believe that this whole universe emerged from an infinitesimally small little point. We call it the one, and the non-dual. We call it Advaya, non-two. From that it became the two, the three, and the many. And we say that the one appears as the many. We do not say the one has become the many, but the one has what appears as the many. So a lot of divisions have taken place during the course of creation and evolution. And we believe that by 2012, these divisions are going to cease. When we say they're going to cease, what it means is we will learn to live with opposites. We will learn to live with paradoxes. Wherever there's a front, there must be a back. Wherever there's a high, there must be a low. So everywhere you'll find paradoxes. That's how the universe could be constructed. If there were no paradox, there's no creation at all. So the question is, can we learn to live with these paradoxes? That's exactly what we believe is going to happen in the year 2012. So I would say your problem could get resolved either if you get awakened now or in the year 2012, where I feel most people are going to become awakened. So your problem is a very real problem, and it's a problem for everybody on the planet. Only thing is you seem to be greatly in touch with it. And I expect this to be overcome in the year 2012. That's the answer for the third question. All these questions I would go into much deeper in future Skypes.